Hey everybody, what's going on? G-Man 101 right back here on YouTube. The day after the Giants found out who they would be playing in the divisional playoffs in the Meadowlands, our home. I was busy pretty much all day. I get home and I see a sub in my inbox from Philadelphia 22. So check out a few of his vids and say, hey, thanks for the sub. And I watched his video. It's called, I think, The Giants Fans Are High on Their Team or something like that. And first thing, I thought after Dallas didn't make the playoffs that we were done with biased fans, but obviously not. First thing he brings up is Cop Pizzle saying that he's way too high on his team, and the Giants fans in general are way too high on their team. Why can't we be high on our team? I mean, we won the Super Bowl. Here's another thing. You said we weren't champs. Until there's another Super Bowl, we're still the champs. Until February 1st gets here and another team wins that Super Bowl, if another team does, we're still the champs. Okay, let's just clear that up. So why can't we be high on our team? We won the Super Bowl last year. We have a 12-4 record, which is very good. It would have been 13-3, but we sat out our starters, which blew our lead against Minnesota for the half. We're first place in the NFC. We have home field throughout the entire playoffs as long as we go. What's not the reason to be high on our team? Here's the only thing. Before I get to all the things you said, here's the one thing I can somewhat agree with you on. Eli Manning in the Pro Bowl. Eli Manning, don't get me wrong, he's a great quarterback. But do I think there are a few more deserving quarterbacks than Eli to get in? Yes. Do I think Donovan McNabb should be in the Pro Bowl? Like you said, absolutely not. Donovan McNabb has shown absolutely nothing up until the very end of the season. Okay? And sorry, but it's too late for the Pro Bowl cutoff point. Alright? Do I think Eli Manning deserves to be in the Pro Bowl? Probably, maybe not. He could go in. He couldn't go in. I think there's a few more deserving ones. But is Donovan McNabb one of those more deserving quarterbacks to get to the Pro Bowl? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Here's another thing. If you know, when you go back there earlier in the season between the first meeting of the Giants and the Eagles over at the Link, Giants won, I believe, 36-31. I put a comment under your video about this. You guys came to the Giants Stadium and beat us by a final score of what I think was 20. Round 2. Who did you knock out exactly? First of all, this shouldn't happen. It's just a dumb mistake. Dominic Hickson, the ball going right through his arms. If he catches that, we win by 1 point. So we beat you right there. We have no Brandon Jacobs. Tuck is out with the flu. That's the whole week, and I'm not one to make excuses, and you guys could deny it all you want, but that's the whole week of the media just doing nothing but attacking the Giants all week for the Plexico Burress incident. Antonio Pierce isn't nearly on his best game because he's involved in that, and he's thinking in the back of his mind that he might be going to jail along with Plexico. So who did you really beat that week? All right, we got 2 weeks break here. We have Brandon Jacobs in. We got Justin Tuck in. And let me tell you, if you think Eli Manning's going to get sacked, Donovan McNabb is going to have a shit stain coming out of his pants after Justin Tuck is done with him, all right? Okay? That's good. Now, you make a valid point here. Let's go back to, what year was it, 2006 with David Akers kicking? Wow. How many years ago was that? Let's go back 2 years ago because that talks a lot about what's going on now, right? Right? And I love how you're trying to be safe here by saying that we're gonna win by 1 point at least. You're saying that we're gonna win right there, so you're trying to be safe. But at the end of your video, you automatically change it and say the Eagles are gonna win. So if you could get the story straight on that, that'd be great. All right. So here's another thing. You say in your video that Carolina is a better team than us. I don't know if you have a television or not, but maybe you watched the game a couple weeks back in December at Giants Stadium where we beat Carolina. I don't know if you saw it. So they're so much better than us, right? That's why we won. That's why we're number 1 and Carolina's number 2 in the NFC. Yeah? Yeah. And let me tell you something. I'm not taking away anything from Philly here because obviously they played great to keep their butts in the playoff hunt. But I'll tell you one thing. If it was not for pure luck of every team that they needed to lose at the perfect time, losing at the perfect time, the Eagles would not be here. Here's another thing. Not just Philadelphia Sports 22, but I'm listening to the Fan New York AM 660. Check it out, WFAN.com. I'm listening to a bunch of Eagles fans and Giants fans calling in. The Eagles fans are like, oh yeah, we're the Giants of last year. We're going to go win the Super Bowl. I'm not saying that you're not going to win this weekend, because God knows, maybe you will, but you won't, first off. But they're like, oh yeah, we're the Giants of last year. We're going to go all the way and win and get to the Super Bowl, and now we're going to be the Giants of last year. This is the same team that scored 3 points against the Washington Redskins like 2 weeks ago. And, oh yeah, you beat the Minnesota Vikings. Congratulations. You won a game against Tavares Jackson, who might be one of the worst playoff quarterbacks I've ever seen in my life. And, yeah, you sure dominated them. What did you put, like 3 or 4 field goals and 1 touchdown? 1 touchdown, just Westbrook running from, I think, your own 40 all the way to the end zone, which, don't get me wrong, was a sick run. But that was it. You had like 3 or 4 field goals, and that was your scoring. And Tavares Jackson, the Minnesota Vikings, making stupid mistakes. So, yeah, you really dominated that one. The Giants are shaking in their pants after watching that game. We'll let John Carney know that he has to come out and have a better field goal game than David Akers. So if you honestly think that's what it's going to come down to, wow. And if you could tell me, please, we already heard your biased opinion in your video, but if you could tell us your unbiased opinion, who those many teams that are better than the Giants, who are they? I mean, your first argument is that Carolina's better. We beat Carolina at home, something that I guarantee, I know for a fact, the Eagles will not be able to do. Please, tell me who. And then you're a fan of a team in the NFC East, and you're saying that the AFC is better than the NFC? And you say you think we beat the Steelers, which we did, because we were 12-4. Well, if we're 12-4 now, I don't really see how we were 12-4 back in, I think it was November. We actually beat the Steelers. And you also try to make a point that the Titans are better. Why? Because they're 13-3, and who did they lose to? The Jets? They got killed by the Jets. The Titans are absolutely like nothing. All right? Do you really think? I'm sure a lot of the guys of the Philly Heat would disagree with you, saying that the NFC is better than the AFC. Please, if you can name the teams that are better than the Giants, please do. All right? Please do. Because if you think the Titans and the Steelers are better, there's something seriously wrong with you. Something seriously wrong. Oh, man. So, yeah. That's about it. I just want to say, if the Eagles, let me tell you, buddy, if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, I will personally come down to Philadelphia or wherever you live, and I will shake your hand. All right, and I will kiss the ground you walk on if the Philadelphia Eagles win the Super Bowl. Okay? All right. And the Giants aren't that good, right? The Giants aren't good. We're 12-4. We're not that good. What do you guys? Are you saying that the Eagles are better? I mean, you guys. What are you guys? 9-6-1. We have 4 losses. We're beatable. You're 9-6-1. I guess you had trouble beating the Cincinnati Bengals. All right. Well, is that a tie? The only tie in the NFL. You guys couldn't even beat the Cincinnati Bengals. That's funny. Yeah, we went to overtime with them. You guys tied. 9-6-1, the same team that put up 3 against the Washington Redskins. All right. So you Eagle fans, you just keep talking, all right? And if you go to the Super Bowl, gotta make like a little bet with somebody that what happens if the Eagles win the Super Bowl. I think hell would freeze over if the Eagles won the Super Bowl this year. But you keep making those vids and see how the Giants fans think about it, because that was probably one of the dumbest vids. I think Cowboy fans make better vids and smarter vids than that. Alright, guys, GG, man, 101. Right here, expect more trash talk coming out, alright? Eagle fans. Stats, man. Alright, drag your stats before you make a video like that saying, I'm still waiting to hear what teams are better than the Giants. Is it Carolina? Because we beat them. Is it Pittsburgh? Because we also beat them. Is it Tennessee? Kind of lost to the Jets. They kind of play absolutely nobody. Their biggest win was against the Steelers, who we also beat, which I just mentioned. All right. G-Man 101, Giants Mafia. You see that right there? That is one love. All right. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.